Now I think I just stumbled upon the cheapest brushless motor and ESC combo that you can buy right now. For only $15 shipped, you can get yourself this ESC and this motor right here. I'm gonna use my Traxxas Slash to test these two guys out, so let's get into it. Here's a quick look at what we're working with out of the package. Let's check them out. Now, to show you guys that I'm not lying, I'll put up a quick screenshot of the listing that I found on wish.com up on the screen in just a bit. Now, I did a little bit of research and there's tons of replicas sold on Amazon, eBay, you name it. So if you're interested in buying the same exact combination out there, I'll put some links in the description, but you guys can go around and search for yourself on Amazon, eBay, other websites. So I've actually been waiting quite a while to install this now. I had some troubles getting the original motor off of my Slash. I stripped the grub screw, but I managed to fix that and take this thing off. So we're all good here. If you haven't seen the video of that, then be sure to check out link somewhere up here up top or down in the description of how I managed to take this thing off. Anyways, the motor here looks pretty well put together. I mean, there's nothing really on the outside that you can see outside from this lettering, the black can casing, and the bullet connectors. So like I mentioned earlier, these motors, there's tons of replicas out there. There's tons of other motors you can find, like the GOOL RCs and all these other different types of motors that come from overseas, and a lot of people don't really complain about these, so I'm excited to try this thing out. I don't think we'll have much trouble with this, but the ESC is another question. So have a look at the ESC here. I mean, what can I say about it? First impressions, it looks pretty cheap. I like the color, the little fan. I don't know how much work this thing is gonna do. It's rather small, and everything that's kind of soldered on, it looks pretty cheaply made. And actually these bullet female connectors don't even fit the motor, so we're gonna have to solder on some different ones here. And one thing I forgot to mention is that this is actually rated for 60 amps. If I put it next to this other 50 amp ESC here, you can see how kind of small it is compared to it. So I'd say it's about 2/3 the size, so we'll see how well this thing holds up. This one's less beefier than this one up here. I've heard a lot of horror stories about this thing, so we're gonna have to be careful with it. Hopefully it doesn't burn down my Slash. You know, it overheats. I don't think it has a low voltage LiPo cutoff, so we'll have to monitor the heat on this thing, and I hope I don't burn down my Slash. Anyways, let's try to fit this thing into my Slash over here, and I'll catch you guys up in a quick second. Alright guys, I'm out here on an empty parking lot. Better hurry it up soon because as you can see, it's raining a little bit. So let me quickly go through the setup that I have in here. So the brushless system, as you know, $15. Spur and pinion stays the same 48 pitch. Spur gear, same 48 pitch. Pinion gear, I believe, 15 tooth is the one I have. But aside from that, I did have one more upgrade that I put on here, and let me show you guys real quick. Just kidding, guys. Just messing with you guys. Anyways, let's hurry this up. We'll do a couple passes. The GoPro on there is going to be our little GPS system. It's going to be what's tracking the miles per hour. I tested the brush system here, the stock one, and it did about 18 to 19 on the same spur pinion gear setup. So I'm excited to see how this thing does with the new brushless system. So let's get into it. I don't know what speed that was, but I'll check back on it when I get home. Rain's gone a little bit. I checked the temperature on the ESC. Not too hot, so definitely surprised with this thing. I'm gonna check the motor real quick. You know, it's not doing that bad. It's not even that hot. It's, you know, I would say medium temperature, just warming up. So I'll do a couple of other passes, get a good top speed rating, and then we'll head on home. I'll give a review on, you know, how much I like this little brushless system. I definitely see a kick already compared to the brush motor. So 15 bucks, worth investing right off the bat right here. I took the GoPro off. It was getting a little bit top heavy, but check out the kick on this thing real quick. Let me back up a little bit. Try to do this with one hand. Check out the get off. Whoops, crashed it, but you guys get the point. Alright, back inside. 20 miles per hour is what this thing topped out on in the rain. Not a smooth surface. I was using a 2S LiPo stock setup on the spur and pinion gear. Only thing that changed was this brushless system. Now, I think we can get a little bit more juice from this motor. This ESC is probably holding us back. The connectors or something might be holding us back. Also, the GPS on my GoPro was cutting in and out. I was in a parking lot in between two large buildings, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. 20 miles per hour, it could have probably hit 25. It felt faster than that. The Traxxas 550 stock motor that I tested, the brush one, was actually doing 16 to 18 top, so definitely this has a much higher kick on the top end, and I can notice it on the lower end as well. So for 15 bucks, this was pretty good. Good start. I might swap out the ESC with another cheap ESC and see if this motor can get a little bit more kick. Make sure to stay tuned for more videos. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.